Hi yogis, and welcome to your strengthening yoga for beginners practice. In today's practice I'll be using blocks or bricks to both support the body and also encourage strength in some of the postures. If you'd like to invest in a pair for yourself, you can follow the link in the write up below the video to find the set that I use. So please bring yourself down onto the ground or onto your mat, feet a little wider than your hips, allowing the knees to fall together. And resting your hands onto your belly, closing down the eyes for a moment and just finding some focus. So allowing yourself now to arrive on your mat and into your practice, allowing yourself to settle down into the ground. Connecting with your breath, breathing nice and deeply in through your nose to your belly and exhaling, feeling your belly drop down towards your spine. Remembering to move through your practice today without any expectations, no expectations of what your body may or may not achieve. Just listening to your body, allowing your breath to guide you. And now slowly start to walk your feet into the middle of your mat. Draw your right knee in towards your chest. Option to bring the hands around the back of the leg or on the top of the knee, whichever's more comfortable. Maybe leaving the left foot on the ground or starting to straighten the left leg, sending the foot down to the bottom of the mat. Just take a breath here, notice how this feels for you. Starting to encourage some strength into the abdominals, take a breath. As you exhale, pull the belly button in and bring your head up towards your knee into a crunch. Inhale to release the shoulders down. Exhale, drawing the head back up towards the knee. And inhale to release it down. Exhale, belly button in as you scoop the head towards the knee. Inhale to release it down. Exhale again, drawing the head up towards the knee. Inhale to release it down. Exhale, squeezing it out, draw the belly button in. This time we're going to hold, option to stay here. Or you can take the hands off, send your fingers down towards your feet. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale, hands onto the knees and then release your shoulders back down. Hug the left leg in and either straighten your right leg or bring the foot back down to the ground. And just make sure it feels comfortable for you. Nice deep breath in, and as you exhale, bringing the head up towards the knee into that crunch position again. Inhale to release. Exhale to squeeze it up, head towards the knee. Inhale, releasing it down. Belly button in as you exhale, draw the head up. Inhale to release. Again, exhale, squeezing it up towards the knee. Really squeeze up through the pelvic floor as well. Inhale to release. Last time now. Exhale, drawing the head up towards the knee. We're going to hold it here. Again, option to stay or release the hands. Send your fingers down towards your feet. Keep drawing that belly in. Then as you exhale, hands onto the knees and relax the shoulders down. And just hug both knees up towards your belly. Maybe have a little rock from side to side. I'm going to bring the feet down to the ground now. Heels are in line with your hip bones. Grab hold of one of your blocks if you have one, or a Pilates ball. Pop it between your thighs, give it a squeeze. We're going to start to work up into a strengthening version of Sethi bridge pose. Take a deep breath into your belly. Exhale, pull the belly down to the spine. Now press down to your heels as you start to inhale, lift the hips and the thighs up towards the sky, and exhale, roll down through each vertebrae one by one until the tailbone reaches the ground. Moving with your breath. Inhale, take the hips towards the sky, keep squeezing that block or ball, and exhale to release it down. Again, inhale, scooping the hips up towards the sky, and exhale, slowly release it down. Option to rest if you need to, or two more here. Press into the heels as you inhale, take it up. Exhale, gently releasing it down. And one more time, inhale, taking it up. Exhale this time, hold. Now squeeze that block nice and firmly. See if you can lift the hips a little higher. Option to rest if you need to. Or take a couple more breaths here. Keep squeezing the block and then exhale, release the tailbone down to the ground. So remove the block from between the thighs, bring the soles of the feet together and drop the knees out wide for Supta Baddha Konasana or lying butterfly pose. Bringing the hands to the thighs, you might want to rock side to side or just be still, taking a couple of deep breaths into the belly. This is a nice posture to release your lower back, your hips and your thighs. Pulling the knees together, we're going to move into a seated position. So option to either rock up onto your bottom or you can swing the legs around, just bring yourself into a seated position. And then move the blocks to the top of the mat so you have them for support if you want to. Bringing yourself now into a tabletop position. Now if your shoulders are tight or your wrists are a little bit tender, you have the option to bring blocks underneath your shoulders, pressing down firmly to help to support your wrists and shoulders. Whether you have the blocks underneath you or the hands just flat onto the ground, make sure that your wrists are aligned with your shoulders and you're squeezing the ground. Now send the right leg back and the left arm forward. Inhale, Superman. Exhale, release it down. Left leg back and right arm forwards to inhale, look over the mat, pull the belly in and exhale, release it down. Again, right leg, left arm, inhale, lift it up and exhale, release it down. Left leg, right arm, inhale it away from you. Exhale it down. Right leg, left arm again, inhale, look forwards and exhale, squeezing it back down. Left leg, right arm, inhale to lift, lengthen through the spine, exhale, release it down. Now right leg, left arm, inhale, lift it up. And this time exhale to hold, option to lower down if you need to, but keep pulling the belly button in. Keep reaching from fingertip to your tippy toes, option to stay here, or exhale to bend the elbow and the knee and draw them in towards your belly, round in the back. Now pull the belly button in as you exhale, squeezing it up, and then inhale to lengthen it back out into Superman, and exhale to release it back down. Left leg, right arm, inhale, lengthen it away from you, and exhale, hold. Option to lower it down or rest if you need to. Nice deep breaths. Option to stay here, or as you exhale, you can bring your knee and your elbow towards each other, rounding into the back, squeeze that belly button in. Pull the belly button in more as you exhale, and then inhale to lengthen it back out into your Superman, and exhale to release it back down to the ground. Just wiggle down into Balasana or Child's Pose now. So take your knees out as wide as your mat, base of your big toes together. Walking the arms forward, either dropping the head down onto the ground, onto your hands, or you can pop a block underneath the head if the head doesn't touch the ground. And just take in a couple of breaths here. Allowing the body to relax. And now slowly coming back into your tabletop position. I'm going to demonstrate with the blocks underneath me for this exercise, but you can bring your hands flat to the ground if you prefer. Send your right leg back behind you, point your toes, and then lift your foot up, keeping the hips square to the ground. Inhale, take it to your left side. Exhale, squeeze it back up. Inhale, down. Exhale, up, keep looking forwards. Inhale, crossing it over. Exhale, lift it up, feel it in the glutes, the bum muscles. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze it up one more time. Inhale across. Exhale, up. Drop those hips to face the ground. Point your toes. Exhale to squeeze up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Flex your foot, push the heel away. And again, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And rest the knee back down. So starting to build some strength there in the hips and the glute muscles. Left side. Cross it over as you inhale. Exhale, pick it up. Cross and lift it up as you exhale. Keep pressing down into the blocks or the ground, squeezing it up. Pull the belly button in, inhale, exhale, squeeze it up one more time. Squeezing it up, drop the hips towards the ground, point the toes and lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then flex the foot, push the heel away and lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, and release it down. Good. And let's come back down into child's pose again, just to relax. Maybe bringing the arms to the side of the body or hands underneath the head if that feels good for you. Just finding that space there in the lower back. Taking another couple of nice deep breaths. And let's move ourselves back up. Plant the hands on the ground. We're going to start to move up into downward facing dog. So tuck your toes underneath you, use your abdominals, your core muscles to start to draw the knees and the thighs up towards your belly. Press the hands down and gently tilt the hip bones towards the sky. Now soften your knees, so bend the knees. You might want to take the feet as wide as your hips or as wide as your mat, whatever feels comfortable in your hamstrings. If you are beginning your yoga journey or the shoulders are tight, you might prefer to hold on to the outside edge of your mat and press down nice and firmly to open the shoulders. Just find a little bit of movement here, maybe pedaling through the feet or the knees, rocking the hips side to side or giving the head a little shake and a little nod to find some space in the neck. And pulling your ribs in towards your spine. Now for strength, press your hands down. Inhale, lift up the heels. Exhale, squeeze those heels back down towards the ground. Again, inhale to lift up the heels. And exhale, squeeze them down. One more time, inhale to lift it up. And nice deep breath out, exhale, release it down. Let's just take another breath here in downward facing dog, pressing the hands down, really feeling the body move up from the core. Now inhale, shift forward either into a full plank position or dropping your knees down to the ground for a half plank, whichever variation we're taking. Make sure the shoulders and the wrists are aligned. Now pick up your right hand to touch your left shoulder. Left to right, right to left, left to right. Keep pulling the belly button in nice and tight here. A few more. Right to left, left to right. One more time, touching up towards the shoulders. So really feeling that heat move through the shoulders now as we build strength in the muscles. And as you exhale, moving down into your final child's pose. So again, maybe resting the head on a block, or we might want to bring the arms over the legs or to the side of the body just to relax the shoulders. And take a couple of deep breaths here before you either move back onto your day or into another practice. Namaste.